What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Next Wave Podcasts. As always, and for our new viewers, I am one of your hosts, B. Zanny, joined by my co-host, D. Woody. And today we've got a quick update on the state of BO6 and a couple other things going on in the esports stratosphere. And then we got Pick 10 and Pick and Ban to end it off. So make sure you guys stay tuned for another great episode, number 46. Let's get right into it. So, Dak, since the last of our time recording, we have seen a severe boost in our subscriber count.
It's
So,
just a little something, something.
it's awesome to see. We went from a week ago, we had about 200 subscribers, and now we're closing in on what, 900?
yeah, we're about to
That's
be at
insane.
900. So thank you
Thanks.
all
Yeah.
for subscribing. Seriously, this is crazy. We didn't foresee this type of growth until end of next year, maybe at the rate things are going. So yeah, I hope that everyone who's new here enjoys what we throw out on the channel, which is mostly just this podcast, fun COD videos, Rocket League, ones videos and things like that. So yeah, stay tuned. We got a lot coming this year, and thank you all for subscribing, and we're really excited about it. I do want to say, at 1,000, if we can get to 1,000 by Christmas, we'll do a giveaway. All right,
What are we going to give away?
$100 Steam, PS4 or Xbox card, whatever your platform is. That's what I'm thinking.
Bet. I'm down for that.
So yeah, if we can hit 1,000 by Christmas, giveaway.
Yeah, and for those who are new and decided to tune into the podcast on this episode, we're just a couple of dudes that started a COD team back in college, met in college, and started a Call of Duty team in our upper class years, and just continued our passion for gaming into this content creation post-college. So welcome along for the ride. We mostly talk about competitive Call of Duty, along with other esports like Rocket League, Valorant, Apex, all that kind of stuff. So today we've got a little bit of an agenda. We're going to talk about some of the GA situation on Call of Duty. We're going to talk about also the cheating in ranked going absolutely crazy. And then we also got some Rocket League stuff to talk about before we get to our coin segments at the end. So starting us off here, let's just get into what I could rant about and just had to deal with about 30 minutes ago, is cheaters on ranked play right now. It is running rampant. I'm convinced that Ricochet is not real. I'm convinced it's a ploy to get people off their back about it. It's not real.
That would be the ultimate finesse scheme from a gaming company ever. Just make a fake anti-cheat that never existed in the first place.
The first day that I hit Crim, it was terrible because all the cheaters were like high Crim, low Eerie at the time, and now they're all like in Eerie and top 250. So
you're finding one once every 3 games, maybe?
Probably. That might
someone on their
be
way up.
somewhat excessive. But if it's not a cheater, it's someone with a Cronus, and it looks like they have soft aim, like a console. The console kids love to use Cronuses, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen console kids. I want to accuse them of aim locking, or soft aiming, because they're using a Cronus or something.
Yeah.
It's not hard to shoot in this game, bro.
Bro.
You need
Put
that
the
extra
Zim
help
down or whatever, the Zim, whatever they're called.
Zim, yeah. Well, no, the Zim's that's using keyboard and mouse with aim assist. I don't think that's been a thing since.
That's why Rainbow kids mostly talk about
Zims.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I thought they were just a different brand of the same shit.
No. But yeah, and so now when you hit Iridescent, it's like, oh shit. Like my buddy hit Iridescent last night. They queued one game, first game. It was
mad
terrible.
tippable if you hit Eerie this year.
Yeah, that was Joey Plasma.
Nice.
He hit it last night, and me, Rudd, him, and Stunner just were running ranked play a second ago, and it was just not because of cheaters. I was on 120 ping, 10% packet loss for some reason, and couldn't play. We were getting slammed. But yeah, and they don't have the biggest problem with the anti-cheat, in my opinion, and the Riot. Someone on the Riot anti-cheat team said their thoughts on this, and they were right that they rely on AI tools too much within their anti-cheat. That's why the reporting system in the shadow ban is because it registers how many reports they're getting along with like other AI tools. And so like it can treat people who aren't cheating and shadow ban them. And then obviously some real cheaters will be tossed in here and there, but
man,
it's not fun.
It's a mess. Insane. And all the pros or former pros, the people that are mostly grinding ranked are former pros and content creators. They've been tweeting just nonstop about how bad it is. Formal did his grind to top 250, and he tweeted, "That was by far the most weirdest, most psychotic grind I've ever been a part of. I pray all of you that are currently hacking and ranked play find what you're looking for. Truly am so interested in the lore of some of these guys." Like
the lore.
Like genuinely, I don't know what they're looking for. I mean, these might just be dudes that are just complete trolls and just love making pros and people rage because they're hacking. Yeah. Or maybe they genuinely get dopamine from being good at the game, quote unquote, for
while rage hacking.
Yeah, so it's cringe, and you would think a company as rich and successful as Activision has been in gaming could put out a good anti-cheat.
It's crazy, and we'll never see it change, unfortunately, because they see their money come in each year, and I don't know how long it's going to take for people like us to like not buy into it and whatnot, but I don't think it's ever going to change.
I don't know if I'm ever going to stop.
I know.
I might just keep buying COD and being a part of the problem.
I don't understand. They also could literally just watch the top 50 streamers and just ban people live, and they don't do that.
Yeah, but apparently they can't. The way Ricochet works, they can't just like put in someone's gamer tag and get rid of them, So
then another reason why it sucks.
Yeah. And there's obviously issues with Ricochet, and it might not exist as a whole. But Riot Games tweeted the other day that they're offering up to $100,000 to anyone that finds an exploit in their anti-cheat system. I don't think you'd ever see Activision do that because somebody would find an exploit immediately because there's obviously a ton of exploits. And then a developer of the Riot Games anti-cheat shared his thoughts on Ricochet, and basically he said Ricochet needs to rely less on AI tools, and increase security requirements of crossplay is being forced for PC and consoles, and the current approach should be fully reconsidered. He had a very long, extensive tweet that I'm not going to read, but that was basically it summed up in a nutshell. So, when you got someone on one of the most successful anti-cheats that I've seen, and, maybe I'm just not high enough in Valorant to even deal with hackers, but only twice in my 1,000 hours of playing Valorant have I seen a game end and it say third-party software was detected, we're ending the game. Yeah. And in COD, you see that every 5 games.
It's no more rampant in the high elo either. Like they just have a good anti-cheat that is a kernel level anti-cheat, so it goes into your hardware and you have to download it onto your system so it can read your hardware. Like that is why it's almost impossible to cheat on Valorant. Yeah. But I don't think Call of Duty's ever going to do that, because I don't know the real reasoning, but I imagine they think it's going to lower their sales. People won't want to buy because they don't want to install something else onto their computer or something. So I'm not too sure. If they can do that on console, right? Because Valorant's on console, and and the anti-cheat's involved in that too. Like, I don't get it. But
yeah, and this Riot developer tweeted, "Nobody expects cheating to be at 0%. That is completely unrealistic. But when cheating becomes prevalent to the point where it heavily impacts your top players in the competitive space, that's a sign that the current approach needs to be reconsidered."
Absolutely.
Yeah, so all eyes are on Activision yet again with cheating issues. and Activision keeps tweeting, "Oh, we've banned 20,000 people, but the top 10 is all cheaters still." So it's like, what are we doing?
And the likelihood of some of those 20,000 just being people that got spam reported by people that are worse than them is probably highly likely. I bet it's probably at least 20% of that 20,000. So just getting shadow banned, not banned.
And I guarantee you what's going to happen is that number 1 rank skin is going to go to a hacker, and they're just not going to give a fuck. They're just going to let him have it.
Well, I hope not, because after that tweet came out, and then they banned more people after that, Havoc was number 1.
Okay.
I don't know if he still is.
I mean, if he loses to a hacker, I guarantee the hacker just gets the skin, and Activision's like, yeah, fuck it. Maybe he gets banned later, but, I feel like that skin is just going to be gone, bro.
I hope that happens, because that's going to be so entirely messed up.
Yeah, that people are going to tweet about it.
Yeah, I hope that's like a driving force in their decision making.
Yeah.
And so we'll see. But also, another thing that's going around in the community right now, and this is a cycle every year, just like there's a cycle of hating the game, purchasing the game again, there's a cycle of us going through the same CDL motions of GAs. And there's a couple that have made sense so far. So like the Krieg being GA'd, understood. It's a 4-bullet mid-range kill. It's insane. It outguns a sub up close, more than 50% of the time. But then they went ahead and GA'd the sniper as well, and the knife. But I'm pretty sure after that, like Shotzi tweet or something, it got put back in.
Good.
And then throughout all these GAs, there's people saying, "Oh, we didn't even get to vote on it yet." And then there's people saying like, I didn't even vote." It's like, was there a 9-3 vote or was there not? And another problem with, first off, let's talk about snipers real quick.
Okay.
Put snipers in the game.
Yeah.
Like, they're not OP. The flinch is insane. They were talking about, bro, you can lock down an entire lane, and then they went, and then some ranked play kids went in game and tagged the pros of them crossing the rewind cross like 6 out of 10 times. And it's like, what are we doing here? And what I think the problem also is that they are going to the sniper or the knife, and they are having a gentleman's agreement to put it in, right? Mm-hmm. To put it in the competitive rule set. They should be voting on taking it out.
Yes.
They should not be voting on putting it back in, because it was never voted to be taken out.
Yeah.
So that's what I think is like the biggest thing that needs to change, is instead of voting to put the Krieg back in and 9 teams voting not to put it in, therefore it's GA'd, it should be in, and they should be voting to get it out. And so it's the same either way in terms of how they're going to vote, right? But at the same time, it eliminates us from this scenario we have with the snipers, where the fans are upset initially before the GA even comes, with it being out and then voting it for it to be in rather than vice versa.
Yeah, no, yeah. I feel like they're obviously not even giving it the time it needs to let them know like if it should be in the game or not. Like, it seems like most of the pros complaining probably played a scrim set with a sniper, got shit on, and then they were like, well, this is stupid, take it out of the game, we're gonna be horrible, blah blah blah. Because every player in COD, every COD player that's made it to the top has an insane ego. No one's going to be realistic with themselves and be like, oh, maybe we just played bad today, or, maybe I'm just need to quit taking this route. But they're just going to be like, oh, this thing's busted, get it out of the game. There's no way I should be dying because I'm the best in the game. And that's everyone's mindset. And everyone has the shit mindset of, oh, well, who cares about GAs, because everyone's just going to GA this shit. So fuck it, I'm just not even going to interject. And Zuma held that meeting the other day with some pros, some representatives of teams. It was a complete shit show. Tej didn't take it serious. Sib wasn't really taking it serious. Attach literally joined and was like, someone gift me 10 and I'll tell you what my vote is. And then nobody did, and he just left. And it was just like a shit show.
They're as immature as these 16, 17-year-olds in Rocket League, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't know the difference based on how they act. And I'll echo two things said by Hitch and Hex. Hitch pointed out that no other competitive league, yes, we're comparing real sports to esports, but in this sense, we're not comparing the players, we're comparing the organizations and how they run it,
right?
Which is definitely comparable in my opinion. So the rule makers are not the players in any other league on the planet. That is how it should be on this too. There should be it should be the coaches, which still has player bias involved. Like there's your player bias right there is your coach. That's your player bias. And then you've got GMs and you've got casters and you've got team owners, all that kind of stuff that can also play a part. And respected community members like Zuma, Hitch, just like community moderators of a sense that could symbolize the community. That probably will never happen, but the other examples I mentioned definitely are attainable.
Yeah.
And so I definitely think that should be the case. And then Hex on the podcast said, you are there for the fan. The players are there for the fans. The fans are not there for the players.
Exactly, bro.
That is facts.
Yeah.
We are here to be entertained by you.
Yeah. And we're
we
talking
can play
about
this game.
COD.
We play this game on our own at home.
Exactly.
We're looking at you to entertain us at the highest level. You can listen, Scrap, as much as loved you are and as much entertainment you bring, if you are out of the league next year, I am still watching, brother.
Yeah.
Like I am still going to be there. I am still watching, and I'm going to forget about you eventually. Like, sorry, brother. Same for the whole Optic team. Honestly, they could all wipe off all 48 could wipe off the face of the planet.
COD
and I'm watching COD.
For COD, and we want COD to be the best it can be and the most fun it can be to watch. And if we're just going to go year after year having everyone argue and ban pointless shit that doesn't need to be banned and just keep the game stale with just 2 guns all year long and 2, of the same maps on control all year long, like we're going to get bored eventually. And this is the first COD that's been good in 5 years? 4 years?
Naturally entertaining. Like it's a naturally entertaining COD, and they are trying to make it so boring
across all aspects. Zombies communities popping. Our casual friends are on every night playing. Like this is the first time COD has had this kind of motion in a while, and we're just gonna keep it boring and let it die off again. Like we need to keep this momentum going, bro. Put something new in the game. Put snipes in the game. Maybe that'll open up a whole new community of kids to watch competitive, and they're like, holy shit, you can go pro as a sniper? I want to do that. Yeah, and it could open a whole new community up to watching and trying to go pro.
This morning I was playing ranked with like low rank Gage, who doesn't know much about the CDL at all, like needed classes and whatnot. He was like, can I use the snipe? And I was like, not in S&D, yeah, but not respawn. And he instantly wanted a sniper class for S&D. Like imagine. And I was like, you can't run any attachments. And he was like, okay, like whatever, but okay. And so it's like,
he's still gonna snipe.
He's still gonna snipe.
And that still, like, no attachments still adds somewhat of a skill gap where you can't just be anyone and grab a sniper and go crazy with it like they were acting like you could. So I mean, Sid was literally acting like he was getting spin botted mid map by a sniper because it's that OP, insane. Bro. And sniping is literally not that good in this game.
Coming from him is he's a sniper too. Like like you're telling me you sat in a couple scrim sets and y'all scrimmed S&D this early in the game? Yeah, fucking right, brother.
Yeah, that and right. It's like half these teams, none of the teams are going to be in form where they know if they're going to be like good or bad until after split 1, really. Like none of them have played a real match yet. So like why not just throw shit in the game for the first split until Major 1? See how it goes, and if it's horrible, then fucking change the game back to normal, and we can run the rest of the year like y'all want to. But if we're just going to start boring and never know if snipes would make the game fun or not, like, what are we doing?
Exactly. I digress. I mean, at the end of the day, I think to wrap it up in a nutshell, there needs to be some sort of outside committee that makes the GAs, and I really think coaches need to be a part of that to have some sort of player bias. And then I think that the players need to be reminded that they're a form of entertainment and they're there for us, not the other way around.
Yeah, and if we had another Infinity Ward game this year instead of Treyarch, like COD was already on the decline. From MW2, people thought that shit was ass. Nobody wanted to watch it. MW3 was kind of a little bit better, but not as good to really push the needle any further. So we finally have a good COD. Like, let's not take it for granted because next year is probably not going to be as good.
Absolutely. Echo, ditto. I almost said Diddy. Yo. All right, moving on here. We've got a little bit of Rocket League to talk about, Dak. Bring us up to speed.
Yeah, so Season 17 is coming. Rocket League is obviously, we talked about it a little bit on a previous episode recently, but it's not in the best spot. A lot of esports orgs don't see the value in staying in Rocket League right now. BDS literally just won Worlds, and they're not fielding a roster next season. Like, a lot of North American teams have either dropped off or gone to South America, like different regions. So Rocket League's not doing well. It just feels stale, and Season 17's coming out, and they're trying to spruce it up a little bit. So it's arcade themed, which is a cool theme. There's a new Neo Tokyo map that's arcade themed that's coming. It looks really cool. They've referenced some old pros in the marketing for this, which is kind of cool. And then we have 2 new modes. Online free play, which I guess is just free play with your homies. And there's boost and goal reset settings that you can play with. I don't really know what to expect with that or how much I'll even use it. But it's new. It's interesting. And then they're adding split shot, which is a mode where once you cross half field, if you're in the air, you have to stay in the air. If you touch the ground, then you blow up. And if you're on the ground, then you have to stay on the ground. And if you go in the air, you blow up once you cross half field. On your side, you can freely move, do whatever you want. So they're trying to make a mode that goes for longer plays, like from beyond half field.
It's like crap. What's the game where you have the handles on the side and it's like with the foosball? Foosball. It's almost like you're playing foosball, like stuck on that half, and you have to get it to the other side.
Yeah, but this just sounds like kind of a kill order-ish type of game. Like, why did we make this? But we'll see. We'll see. All right, I'll try to keep optimism there. And then the big thing this season is we are getting free play challenges to earn a title and black Dieci wheels. Dieci. Really got the Italian pronunciation there.
Is it not dicey?
Nah, no way.
Oh,
that word's Italian as fuck. Yeah, I know. That's just what I used to call it all the time, and then I think I heard someone pronounce it right. But yeah, those wheels are insane. They had top 2 aura of all wheels, probably just behind alpha wheels. They were like $300 to $500 when trading was available. Like, they were just sick. They're all black. They're clean. They look great. And now you just get them for free. And those wheels, like, while trading, they announced trading was going under like a month before. And so that whole month I spent selling my inventory, trying to see how much money I could get. And I was still like $150 short of black dices. So I just said, screw it. I'm just going to get like fundamental staple pieces, put them in my inventory, screw the dices.
Yeah.
And those wheels were just going to live as legends forever, hang their banner up in the rafters. Shout out Black Dices, can't get them anymore. But no, now they're free. Rocket League is just tanking the value of all the cool trading items.
But in your scenario, it kind of works out because you ended up getting a lot of money for your stuff, and you got the DHs.
That's true. That's true. I just hate when they're pissing on the legacy of Rocket League.
Yeah, they are. They did. They definitely did.
It's like now these wheels are just meaningless, and sure they look cool, and I'll always remember how cool they were, but it's just not gonna feel the same. But don't get me wrong, there is a little part of me that's excited to finally get them in my inventory. But yeah, they're free to all. So season 17, if you guys still play Rocket League, just hang on, bro. Just hang on tight. I swear one day I dream of this game coming back into form and getting a boost of players again, but it ain't happening this season, I don't think.
Not this season, no.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be in the next 5 years maybe. It's either going to die or it's going to get the Unreal Engine 5 upgrade and everyone will be happy again.
We'll see.
The way that they've handled this whole last year or so of Rocket League, it just seems like Epic does not give a shit about this game, really.
Yeah, I feel like if they did, based on how Fortnite creative is and all that stuff, and you have all these custom maps on Rocket League, like they could easily make like the creative system and just make it part of the game rather than extension you have to have on PC.
That would be so sick.
They could make it part of the game, but I bet what they would rather do is have you play those maps on Fortnite instead, and like just make it part of Fortnite.
Yep.
But
I sent you that joke tweet, and I swear to God, we're getting closer and closer to Rocket League just being on Fortnite dashboard every day, bro. We're getting closer.
Scary. So they're gonna kill it.
They might, but if there ever was a day where Rocket League had all the workshop maps integrated into the game and you could just like go look through a catalog of games to play, that would be so sick.
Yeah.
Because they have things like volleyball. They got maps with like weird goals where it's like a hole in the ceiling that you got to hit the ball through. Like they got all kinds of workshop maps. They got Ultimate Ninja Warrior. It's like a Rocket League obstacle course. Like there would be so much stuff that people could make, and that would definitely bring life to the game.
That it would, but I don't know if we'll ever see it.
Oh, we're just speculating. We're dreaming now.
If we're dreaming on the board, it'd be out.
Give me creative director for Rocket League, man.
All right, let's wrap up our show with our last two coin segments of the podcast here. We've got pick 10 to start us off. Me and Dak are going to draft 5 of this category. We're going to do prestige icons or prestige emblems from any COD. We're not just doing a specific one, then we'd just be choosing 5 of the 10 each.
Yeah.
So across all CODs here. And so...
No, I'm saying pick the game. You get all their prestige icons. The whole art style. You get the whole art style.
Okay. I don't need to remake my list then.
Okay.
Because I haven't pulled up in front of me here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's your percentage?
54.
88.
Damn.
Boy, all right. Okay. For my first pick, I think I'm gonna take Black Ops 1.
Fuck.
Black Ops 1. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. The first prestige is sick. They're all sick.
They're all
like
sick.
What I love about them is like a lot of these are cool, right? If you look at COD 4, COD 5, MW2, they're all cool, but they look like the rank, right? They look like someone's rank. And then you finally get to Black Ops 1 and they got a little creative, and it's very abstract. Like you don't know why they're these prestiges, right? But they look so cool. You got the missile on 1, the bull on 2, the axe on 3, the claw with the lightning bolt behind it on 4, double fist 5, the armor of the knight on 6. I mean, the prestige 9 is my favorite. The spider, that one is sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll take Black Ops 1.
Dude, when I was little playing Black Ops 1, someone convinced me that each prestige icon had like a hint to what prestige it was in it. So like the first one, there's 1 rocket, right?
That's what I thought too.
The second one, there's 2 guns. And then the third one is like, I don't even know. They told me it was like 3 points, like the nose and the 2 horns. It's like a triangle. The fourth one, you got the 2 hands and the 2 sides of the axe. It's like... For years, I believed that like they actually
some
threw
of them
subtle
kind of did. I feel like, but it didn't actually pan out. That way.
Then you get to 12, and it's just like 1 Moab missile. It makes no sense at all. All right.
What's your first?
You got the GOAT. I think I'm gonna just go COD 4. This is completely biased, but all those emblems hold so much aura, bro. Like that was the first time I ever learned what prestige systems were. So anytime you'd see like a prestige 8, prestige 9, prestige 10, you're like holy fuck, like these dudes are insane. So those icons have just always held some weight.
Even prestige 1 on COD 4.
Yeah. I think I got to prestige 3 in COD 4. That was it.
I played on other people's. I never had it.
Yeah.
Personally.
But yeah, those icons have just always been dope to me because they were the first I ever saw.
All right. My second pick, I'm going to go Black Ops 2.
Okay.
Even the first one, just because like everyone was Prestige 1 at one point, and just like
that
people stayed at Prestige
1 is iconic to me.
Yes,
I've seen that a lot.
Yeah, the 3 is more iconic to me. The Scorpion, I remember seeing that everywhere.
Yep.
But my personal favorite is I think Prestige 8 is really sick. Obviously 9's probably the coolest one.
Yeah.
With the skull and cross scimitar looking bones. But I think 8's pretty cool, just simple with the stars around it. And then my bias pick on that is 6, the little Neptune scepter with like the little tentacle wrapped around it.
Yeah,
that one's pretty dope. Black Ops 2.
Okay, then I'm taking Black Ops 3.
Okay.
BO3.
Okay. BO3's cool.
Yeah, that was the game that I probably played the most on this list, so I just love those. They're iconic to me. That one, also the Trident one, Prestige 4, is one that is stuck in my memory for some reason. It's just a really cool one. So
Absolutely.
yeah, BO3. Just Treyarch, they know how to make some cool prestige emblems. Not this year though. They used AI this year. I don't know what the fuck
this
they
year
were
was
thinking.
weird. They just paid ode to all the old ones in a way.
They could have paid homage way cooler than they did this year. But I digress.
I'm going to do pure nostalgia, MW2.
Okay.
Personally, obviously Prestige 10 is iconic, the skull on the coin. But I think Prestige 9 and 6 are the coolest ones on this list, just because I feel like 9th level 70, just that combination looked insanely cool.
Yeah.
And then, of course, 6 is just, there's a lot going on there, so I like it. But
okay.
Yeah, MW2 nostalgia.
Yeah. Yeah, and that one, probably the most iconic 10th Prestige in my opinion, because everyone did the lobbies and stuff back then.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Yeah, everyone knows that icon. All right, good picks. What are we on, 3 here for me?
Yes.
Let's go. Give me MW3. Give me MW3.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome.
I just love the colors. MW3 did good. With the colors, and
yeah, it did.
You know, they're pretty basic. They're kind of MW2-ish. Like, they just look like a real rank, you know?
I think that's my third favorite 10th Prestige. I think BO2 is my second, and then that one.
Yeah, they had a good
one. That one.
And then they updated the game, didn't they? And you could keep Prestiging on to like 15
I don't
or
remember.
20. I'm pretty sure they did, and it was just the same icon, but they would add a different number to it.
I know AW had 20 because then you did the next 10 gold.
That's right.
Edition. Fuck.
Pick 4. Now it's getting kind of hard.
Yeah, I know. And it's getting dwindled down here. I'm gonna go Advanced Warfare.
Okay.
I got to like Prestige 15 or something on that game. Specifically, I really like the last one. I think it's just the Talon carrying the Simtex is super fucking cool. It's not like, I feel like all the 10th Prestige is like somewhat skull oriented or like elite something, you know, looking. And that one's just pretty simple. A lot of these use something from the game, I believe. Like Prestige 5 is the helmet. 4 is another helmet that you can get. And it has one of the cooler Prestige ones. So
yeah, it does. All right. Yeah, AW got a little abstract with, like, once you get past 6, I feel like they got a little weird with it.
Yeah,
and I like that. Yeah. Okay. All right. This one might be a surprise, but I'm going to go World War II. I think World War II had nice, simple, rank-like prestige emblems. Yeah. And I got to Prestige 3 in, like, a month and then never played that game again. So, shout out World War II.
I think I Prestige once on that game.
We grinded. We grinded.
We grinded, and then
those
Fortnite
first
came
couple
out.
weeks, yeah.
And then Fortnite took over our lives.
That was around season 3 of Fortnite, wasn't it?
No, yeah, that was
John Wick era Fortnite. Yep. Oh man, tough time to come out.
Yeah. Okay, to round out my list, I'm gonna go BO4. I think they just went crazy hard on every single one. There's so much going on in every single one. I think Prestige 2 on that is one of the coolest things. Like, not only did I stay Prestige 2, I think, forever, but I saw a lot of them. It's cool. It's the little samurai hat.
Yeah, that's a fire emblem.
Yeah, it's fire. And then as you go down the list, obviously, it's just a lot going on there, and I just think the art's good. So that'll round out my list.
All right. Last but not least, I'm going to go World at War.
Okay.
Yeah, World at War, the second one, very basic, but the 10th prestige icon
pretty cool.
Holds some aura because I've only seen it a few times while playing World at War back in the day.
Facts.
I had stuck in my memory. So
I saw a lot of Prestige 5.
Really?
Lot. Like that just rings a huge bell
for
me.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah. The silver like eagle looking one.
Yeah.
That rings. I do remember the star though. That Prestige one I saw a lot of too. I just feel like back then everyone just continued to play COD 4 more than World at War multiplayer.
I think that is
up until like MW3 Ghost era. I feel like I was playing all of those CODs like in rotation still years after.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
I was not.
Like me and my friends would just COD hop all the time. We'd go back to MW2, go back to COD 4. Like it was crazy.
Damn. Okay, so my list is Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, MW2, AW, and BO4.
Nice. And I had COD 4, World at War, MW3, Black Ops 3, and World War II.
Okay. Good list. Let us know in the comments who you guys think won. We should definitely chop that up and post it as a YouTube short.
Yeah.
And see what that does.
I'll put the icons up for y'all that don't
and
know.
Throw them up in the edit. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Obviously, what were not picked in there was Ghosts. I just feel like Ghost pubs just weren't all that great. There wasn't a lot of hype behind them. And then obviously,
and the icons are.
What's the other one? Is that MW2?
Infinite Warfare.
Oh, Infinite Warfare. Yeah, those are dog shit. Oh
yeah,
my God,
dude, they were
so
all
bad.
just a skull with a different background. Like, I don't know.
That
it's
is
very
bad.
not creative on their part.
I mean, yeah, that game looked like it was made in 6 months anyways.
Yeah, probably was.
Competitive
COD 4 coming out
grace.
too.
All right, let's go ahead and cap the show with our coin segment here, Pick and Ban, where me and Dak pick and ban something from recency. And so I've got my pick. I got to think about my ban.
Yeah, same.
My pick is going to be OG Fortnite coming back here December 6th, which I believe is Saturday. Is that right? Yeah, Saturday. So really pumped for that. The homies are getting back on. It's going to be a great time.
Yep.
They updated it to Chapter 6 today. Been playing it a couple games. Pretty fun. So yeah, looking forward to that coming back.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited. My pick is Stakeout 24/7.
Nice.
I mean, insane progress on the camo grind. I went from needing like 8 more diamond guns going into Stakeout 24/7 to having Dark Matter like 2 days later. So shout out Stakeout 24/7.
Yeah.
I got the job done. Now I can play COD. Let's go.
We've got Dark Matter. The Next Wave Pod has Dark Matter, ladies and gentlemen.
We did it.
We are proud owners of the Dark Matter camo, which is actually my next ban. Pubs. I'm not sure what to do with my life now.
Oh no.
All I want to do is play ranked now that I have it. And ranked kind of sucks right now, so it's tough.
That's not good.
Fortnite's filling the void.
Yeah.
But we push. We push on through.
We push and we stay optimistic.
Yeah, I'm ready.
We
season
believe.
Update, mid-season update.
Season 1 Reloaded can't come any faster.
Absolutely.
And that's nobody's fault but our own. We grinded a little quick.
Yep.
But you know. All right. My ban is the Chicago Bears. We waited about what week are we going into? 13?
We're going into week. Yeah.
Yeah, we waited about 13 weeks too long to fire Matt Eberflus, but we did it. We did it. So the Bears have fired Eberflus. He's gone. And
he's so bad, man.
Yeah. You know, we can only hope that the Bears hire someone good. Everyone's telling them you should go get Ben Johnson. You should go get Cliff Kingsbury. You should go get Joe Brady. These are all, you know, great offensive minds at the moment.
I think you just promote Shane Steichen.
And, yeah, no. And so, you know, this is big. This is a big moment for the Bears because Caleb does look good. Caleb looks like he could be a QB in this league for a while if he keeps improving. And we can't afford to mess this up. Realistically, in my time as a Chicago fan, they're probably going to hire, like, Lincoln Riley, shit the bed the next 3 years. Caleb gets traded, does great somewhere else, and we're right back to where we were.
Yep, I believe that's going to be the case as well. As an outsider, it's just how the cookies are going to crumble. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm mad at the Cowboys for winning right now, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather us just tank.
I've been there
lock
too.
Lock in Ashton Janty.
When your team is so bad that you can't even tank correctly, that's a bad problem to have.
I hate it. I hate it so much. But obviously, not against the players by any means. They're doing their job.
I get it. You know, they're trying to win all the time, and they're trying to play good, so they get paid. I get it.
Absolutely.
I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
But chill out. Chill out.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 46 of the Next Wave podcast. For any new listeners out there, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you did enjoy. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to help the channel grow. And we'll see y'all in episode 47. Doses.